Yeah, good day guys, thanks for joining us. This is Stone's Graphics here. In this video I'll be showing you how to design a birthday flyer just with the help of your Pixellab application using your Android smartphone. If you are joining us for the first time, please kindly subscribe. Without wasting much of your time, let's dive straight into today's lesson. So I'm going to delete this work so we can start afresh and you see how we came about this. Normally this is the Pixellab interface. You normally get this once you log into Pixellab. So I'm going to delete the default text anyway, and I would love us to go to these three dots, which is the position for us to see the as image size. So on image size we can work with a 3x4 size. Okay, just make it width 3 and height of 4. Once you have this, you can click on OK and you have this. Now you want to go to background setting, click on background setting and go to from gallery. Now on my gallery I have this background itself. It's already in a 3x4 format, but then you can equally change the size here. So the first method we use to change the size, if you don't like that, you can equally change the size of your design from here once you are bringing in your background. So you can click on 3x4 and automatically 3x4, right? So let's check to make sure it's on 3x4. Okay, good. So we're working with 3x4. Now you can click on your check mark and you have this background with you here. Now after bringing in the background, it will make sense if we bring in the image of the birthday celebrant. So I have the image of the birthday girl, this one. I retouched this image with Lightroom to give it this vibrance you are seeing. So I'm just going to crop this neatly just like so and size it up to fit well into the background. Okay, we can size this up neatly and use your lazy position to make sure it's fat to the middle just like this. All right, so what we're going to do now is to rotate this image. So go to 3D rotate and rotate it to along the y-axis by up to 180 degrees. Then you can click on your check mark. Now it will be important if we touch the image to come down a bit, then you can now proceed to lock up the image. And as you lock up the image, we want to create some blending here. So we are going to go to shape, select a square shape, then go to your gradient and let's create a fading effect. So click on the plus button. Please subscribe to the channel and turn on notification for future updates whenever we bring you and other amazing tutorials. So click here and also click here. So first of all you click here and you click here for the last time. So we have this, and you are going to reduce this color completely to the negative end. Click on OK and you have this showing out. Now you are going to click OK and you have this. Just leave it like that and expand this, spread this out to cover the downer section of your work. So we can position this like so, and let's go change the color of this to the same color like the color of the background. So go and enable color, but then use your color picker to pick a color from the background. So how do you pick a color? Simply click here. I hope you are following up. If you have any doubts, you can ask on the comment section. So it will pick automatically on the background here. Then you just need to click on this check mark to confirm. And what we're going to do now is to make a duplicate of it. We really want this to be thicker because we'll put in some white text here, so we need a darker background. So make it a copy of 3. So this is your copy button. Just make it 3 copies, then you use relative position anytime you copy to make sure that they are perfectly aligned. Please subscribe to the channel, like the video and drop your comments, okay, for more videos. Now we're going to log everything up, and after logging it up, it will make more sense if we bring in some texture here. So I'm going to import this texture that I did using Pixellab. I'm just going to crop this. And right here we have this. So just size this up neatly, okay, to cover the entire length of this design. So use relative position to make sure that it's on the middle. Once you use your relative position, you will now love to go to layer and lock this up. But then let's send the element up a bit. Okay, let's send it up just a bit, like so. Then you can now go to layer and you lock it up. So let's lock everything up. And after locking it up, we're going to import some flower elements. So with me here are some beautiful flower elements that I would love to share with you in the video description. So you can check the link for these flowers on the video description. I'm just going to now normally for designs, you always want to avoid placing your flowers. Like if we place this flower here, it's beautiful, but then it doesn't make much sense as if we just position it by the side, just like what I'm doing now. Okay, so you can increase this in size and position it. Let just a smaller section of the design of the flower element be showing on your design. This makes more sense than when you just position it like so, right? If you position it here, you might find it difficult to write other important information. So let's bring this here. Okay, so I'm going to size this up just a bit, and let's position it neatly that way. Then we lock it up. After locking it up, you can go and import there is this other flower element which is blurred, okay, which is blurry in nature. So I'm going to position this one now on this other side of the design, but we are going to bring this one downwards. Then we lock everything up. Now after you must have been done doing all of this, we are going to bring in a torn paper. Now this is another way you can use because a lot of people use this torn paper for birthday designs, but then I thought out of the box and brought up this other concept how we can use it. So I'm going to rotate this. Okay, we can even go to the rotation button to check the degree. So we make it at 90 degrees rotated so that it can be vertical. Then we reduce this in size neatly and position it here. So let's reduce it again. Then you position it there and make a copy of it. Okay guys, please subscribe to the channel and make sure you have turned on your notification to be notified whenever we bring new videos. So now let's go to color and change the color of this second shape, right? So we're going to change the color into the same color like the background color we picked. So we have this. Now look at what we're going to do. I'm just going to minimize this and position it at the center, to the center of that first torn paper. So you use eye gauge here to make sure that somehow it's perfectly aligned. So I think we have to reduce the size of the first one a bit. Okay, we can even increase the size and just make sure that it plumps well with the other elements. Now we're going to bring in the image of this lady. It's actually a black and white version, but then look at how we're going to crop this lady's image into the design. We're going to use a 2:3 cropping format or dimension to cut it this way. Then we reduce it in size and concentrate on the face of the lady. So let's just concentrate on her face. We can reduce this in size. After reducing it in size, you want to bring it into the other smaller shape that we created. So this is basically how you can blend images into shapes easily on Pixellab. So we are going to reduce that in size and use position button to make sure that it's fitted into that other shape. So let's check it out. Let's align it properly, make sure that it's fitted. Okay, so you have to be patient here guys in order to make sure that you achieve the right result. So I think we can crop that image a little bit upwards. Okay, quickly I'm going to take that once again so you understand what we are doing. So I'm going to bring in the image. Let's crop it using 2x3 dimension. Reduce this in size so we can crop it this way, and we can now reduce it neatly and bring it into the shape which was here. So just have to do this neatly. So make sure that it falls just inside of the first shape. Okay, so this is what we want to achieve, and that's that. Now what we're going to do is to go to a layer and match it up to form one single shape, or a picture as I can call it. Then you make a copy of this picture. You see there is a copy now. So we're going to go to rotation, and you rotate it once again along the y-axis by 180 degrees, and we are going now to send this to the back of the first image. Then we rotate it, so we can rotate this to fall exactly as what you are seeing. Please guys, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out whenever we bring other amazing tutorials. Now what we're going to do is to lock everything up. Let's lock everything up and go to shapes, select a circle and reduce the size of the circle neatly. And after reducing the size, so what we're going to do once again here is to bring these two images a little bit downwards. Okay, so we can have some good position here for these shapes. So we're going to copy this shape, turn it, change the color into orange. So use this orange. I'll reduce this in size. But then if you are facing difficulties making sure that the circle is on the middle of the first one, you can always use your relative position button to achieve that. So we are going to increase the size of the first circle just a bit, so that we can align it properly with the first. So as you can see, everything is well in place. Now the next thing we're going to do is to send them downward a bit. So let's send the shapes down a little bit, and equally we're going to send these other elements down also. After achieving all of this, the next thing that we're going to do right now is to write the date. So we're going to go to new text and write 20th. The birthday is on the 20th of July. And let's go to font area and use the Leaks pattern font. Use the Leak patterns font here. Increase the size first of all, so that you can move it neatly into this shape. Then we're going to reduce the size now to fit into the shape. We're still going to reduce this size to about 60%. Then the next thing we're going to do is to tap on new text and write July. Please kindly subscribe to the channel for more other amazing tutorials. Thank you so much. So I have July. It rotated by error, so we are going to undo the rotation and go to font Then you can use Montserrat semi-bold for this text. All you need to do now is to reduce the size of this text to make sure that it can fall exactly as though they are one on the date, which is the 20th. Now let's make a copy of this and write TH, so it's the 20th. Using your position button, you can bring this very much closer to the date. So what we're going to do is to reduce the size of this drastically so that it can fit well into context or at the point where we want to use it. So I have 20th July. Then the next thing is to go bring in the birthday image. As you follow, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more other amazing tutorials. Thank you so much. So this is the birthday design pattern I have. I'm just going to go to erase color and enable it, then it will wipe out the white color. Then I increase my tolerance to make sure that it's now a PNG image. I'm going to reduce this in size, and after reducing it in size, you want to go to color and let's change the color to white. Then use your relative position to make sure that it's back to the middle. It's positioned to the middle, sorry. Alright, then we have this here, and the next thing that we're going to do is just to select a simple square kind of shape, make it to a tiny rectangle, position it here just on the same position where the birthday is starting and ending. So this is for the name of the birthday celebrant. I'm going to bring in her name, so it's Chica Favor. Shout out to all the chicas from Nigeria, we really love you. So we have Chica Favor, and you make this in capital letters, bring it here. Then we're going to change the font. Let's check the font. Montserrat bold, semi bold is okay. Click on your OK mark. Let's change the color into orange and position it just neatly on this shape. So that's it. What we're going to do now is to select the dates and everything and use lazy position on it to make sure that it's stacked also to the middle of our design. Oh my goodness, so he did an error. Let's just undo that. Okay, let's check. All right, perfect. It's on the middle already, and yeah, that's it for the design. So you've seen how we came about this awesome birthday flyer design. I'm going to increase the size of this a bit. Okay, beautiful. Now one last thing before we go is to add another texture background for the design. So I'm going to go now to the last background, import. I have this glass-like background here with me. I'm just going to bring it into the design and size this up to fit perfectly well on the design. Then use lazy position to make sure that it's perfectly fitted, and all you need to do is tap to back. So tap to back and it's sent to the back of your design. Now we are going to reduce the opacity a bit so that it can permit the first background to show. So we are going to leave the opacity at 50%. Okay, then you can now go to layer and you lock this up. So that's it for the design on how you can achieve this powerful birthday flyer design in very simple steps using Pixellab on your Android smartphone. I love you all. Don't forget to save your work before you exit Pixellab, and make sure that you have subscribed to the channel for more other amazing tutorials. God bless you. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial.